Disclaimer that this video was recorded purely in replay mode. That means you won't be able to hear me talking, but I'm going to talk you through it through a voiceover. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hey guys, it's GCM50 here, and today I'm going to be walking you through what happened in this video. This was when Unvaulted was still in with squads. Basically, I hopped on with Topster and his friend Spencer, and we decided to play some Unvaulted. Now, like I said in this video, this was purely recorded in replay mode, so it will be laggy at some points. So basically, all I did for this was just went to the replay mode, set the camera to gameplay, and left the room until it was done. Came back, shut it off, all that fun stuff. So basically, we decided to land at the mansion, the old superhero mansion, which you will see pretty soon as we jump off the bus. There we go. So, as you can see here, we're skydiving down to the mansion. We decided that this would be a good place because it has good loot. And obviously no one really comes here anymore because of the fact that it doesn't really play a part in anything anymore like it used to back in Season 4 with a good old story. So we decided to land here. Weren't expecting much attention, and we didn't really get much. So, since this was recorded in replay, if you just see me randomly standing still for a second or two, that's just me organizing my inventory. But other than that, things might look a little bit weird, like walls might not be destroyed. I walked through it for a second because obviously it's replay mode is trying to do those renders and all that fun stuff, but it's still going to be a good video. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this was because it was a win. We got the Victory Royale with this, so that was pretty freaking dope. As you can see, they're down here dancing. Don't know why, but okay. Oh yeah, I do remember why. It was because Spencer here, which is the guy I'm on the dance floor with, had to complete this challenge, but for some reason the lights aren't rendering it on his side. But we decided to do this. You know, we were here, wasn't anyone else, and we could actually get out pretty decently, you know. I'm also pretty sure we were in the ring. I'm not too sure about that one though. I can't exactly remember. But we decided, you know what, it won't hurt to play a game of this, so that's exactly what we did. So game finishes, so I'll go out here to farm a little bit. No big deal. I wish you could see my HUD, guys. That'd probably make everything a little bit easier to understand, but they're just in there looting. I'm farming it here. You know, or normal Fortnite stuff. But, what we do after we leave is, where things get interesting. But, yet again, it's kind of what I have to show you because it's part of the game. Yay! So, basically, if you guys don't know, the Unvaulted game mode has weapons and things like that that have been vaulted for a few seasons, I think. But it also has some similar weapons as the normal game. So, got the tactical SMG, but also all vehicles have been removed. So there's usually plate down there, there's no quads, ATKs, shopping carts, you know. Good old back in the days when you had to do some walking to get everywhere. So we then decide to go over to Lonely Lodge, just because we didn't see anyone land here. and we thought that it would be pretty cool to, just get over here and get some extra loot, plus all the mats as well. That definitely gonna help us out late game, as you will see. Sorry for any lag that happens. For some reason, replay mode lags more than a normal game, and I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's like trying to keep up with all the renders, because obviously we're in a highly populated area, and it doesn't really keep up with the renders. As you can see, sometimes walls would be there, even though they have been destroyed in trees and things like that. That could be a potential cause, but still, there's only a few chops in this, I think. Like I said, I was away from my computer, so I didn't really see this whole thing. But we decided to come over here and farm. And Topster also had a challenge where he had to open 7 ammo boxes in a single match. So we're like, you know what, we'll help you with this. So he was opening ammo boxes back at the mansion. And he's also trying to get some here as well, as he does. But me being me with my Fortnite, I just, I farm a lot. So, basically what we're doing, as we do. Spencer was in the lodge part, the actual lodge, I'm pretty sure. And then we all decided to go, we all decided to hit, different areas of the lodge. I wish I would have been recording the actual game, but I typically don't leave my recording just going in the background when I'm playing normally or whatever, so, there might be more videos like this where it's just me talking, with voiceovers on it, because I don't record. Not entirely sure, though. But, you just saw Topster over there breaking trees. You'll see him here in a sec. There he is, running up the right side, as he does. We're deciding to full on just break the trees, even though a lot of times you wouldn't do that. We decided to because slowly there's not really anyone near us. We didn't see anyone, so we decided to go for it and, do whatever. So I'm pretty sure I was sitting at 100 shield here. Also in this game mode, many shields have been vaulted, so it's big pots and mushrooms are the only forms of shield allowed, so that's always fun. And then, just doing some fun. I'm trying to think of things to say, so it's just gonna be a bunch of repeat stuff. This is where someone said something, but I can't remember what they said. Or it was Topster, because Spencer didn't have a mic. Topster said something, and I was turning around to look at whatever. But we should be leaving here pretty soon, maybe a few more minutes. And then we'll be out. Oh yeah, we decided to go to this giant turtle as well, to just do whatever. Because I think this is something else Topster had to do for a challenge. I'm not entirely sure. But we decided to go up to the turtle anyway because it was there, no one was at it. All that fun stuff. So let's look at it. He came out of nowhere, as he does. But we were all sitting at, or Spencer and I were sitting at 100. Topster was a little, I think Topster was exactly 50, so I just had to drink the big pot to top off. And this is where this gets weird. There's 2 builds in the same place, and it creates that. I don't know how they did that, but okay. Interesting. So I just went edited through the turtle. And then this little shed down here, I went to just see if I could get anything else. At this point, I'm not sure if we're in the ring or not. I'm pretty sure we were back near the mansion, but not entirely sure. Also, I was stuck with a granite bar for like this whole time. I also put max wood right here, so you can tell that I've done a lot of farming. If I remember correctly, I was max wood, about 400 brick, and almost no metal at this point. I know I had very little metal, but the brick I'm unsure of. But I did have a decent amount. And obviously the max wood there. The reason I told you about Topster's challenge is because I saw this ammo box here, and I was like, hey, there's one over here, but he got one, or he got his last one before he got over here, so I just decided to open it, and yay. Now, at this point, Topster was looting the one little shed building thing. I don't know what to really call it. I think it's like a cabin, but he opened the chest and found a rocket launcher. So I go over here and get some of the metal from these cards, and then I go to get a rocket that's just over here. If you can see it, it's right in that roof where I'm looking. Actually kind of blends in a little bit, so I go up there, steal the rocket, and let me have it. But I only had one rocket ammo, so we are heading this way towards the old RV camp. So we're all like impulsing over to whatever. And then I asked them if they had rockets. Topster told me yes, that he'd get them to me at the RV park. But Spencer, as I pop over the hill here, Spencer's a really good player. He's a cool dude too. Just sitting there with his rockets. So I'm up to 3 rockets at this point. We decided to catch up with Topster over here at the RV park. So we're just going along. Now Spencer has max wood at this point, so we're pretty good on that for the most part. But we still decide to get all the metal we possibly can. So we're just beating on all the RVs over here, trying to get all the metal we can, just in case we're gonna get into crazy build fights or whatnot. We would definitely be sure we had the mats to pull it off. Because remember, this is a squad game, so if we were to run into people, most likely be a full 4-man squad. So I asked Topster for those rockets, which he hops right here and hands them over. So now I have 7 total rockets. Still trying to go through with all the metal and just get as much as I can. And at this point, I'm pretty sure there were right around 17, 18 people left. So definitely a small amount of people left, and we are getting close to the end game as well. I think we're sitting second circle, potentially third right now. I have no idea. So Topster goes ahead and takes the bolts right there. If I remember right, I'm sitting in my inventory with a green AR, a green pump, the blue RPG, some impulses, and I think that was it. Either that or bandages or some, or no, tactical SMG. That's what I had. So I literally had no heals at this point. Just because I didn't really find anything, and I didn't think I would have to hold on to it because we didn't run into anyone that bad, and I wasn't really expecting to run into anyone for a little bit. So just farming up some of the brick from this building here, as you do. As you can see, Spencer's hopping over there, and there's Topster. So that's where we decide to go over to these houses that you guys know I like to drop at. Just because, you know, they're kind of secluded. More people would be directly in retail or salty compared to these houses, so it's kind of a safer area to loot up around here. Besides the houses that they do give really good loot from it. So just because of how many loot spawns they actually have. So that's why I really like it. Plus, there's the section of the houses, buildings, the area that I like to also loot up there. So I don't know why that did that in replay mode where I was running sideways, but at this point we see people on this hill, and supply drops start to come in. So I look for it, realize it's literally just behind us, and I was gonna tag it, but ultimately decided not to, just because that means that someone was nearby enough to tag that thing. But people are up on that mountain fighting, as you can hear. And we're just minding our own business, you know, going up, and I'm pretty sure we are at like one of the final circles at this point. It's getting pretty small, and it just so happens to be around these houses and that mountain that everyone's at. So I decide to hop up here to Coaster, and decide to build a base, or at least start one. This is another reason we had a lot of mats, was because endgame we wanted to make sure we had mats for a base, just in case something like this happened, where, you know, it was a huge fight, things like that. But I also wanted to make sure we were safe on all sides, so I started destroying parts of the house. Everyone was building at this point. They're trying to shoot at us, so I take a few shots over at their base because they're making wood. And then there's bandages right behind me, so I was like, alright guys, if I need to pick these up and use them for anyone, you know, they're right here. So I decided to get rid of that just in case they tried to sneak into the house. And also I jumped here and built a little ramp, got that ammo, and then came right back up here. There's Spencer. Once again, Topster is just on the other side of this wall of me, right there. Shoot at this, and Spencer takes the shots, but then I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. I have an RPG. So I send some rockets their way as a little Christmas gift. I'm not sure. So we go out the back here, and I decided once again to just build up the base at as many points as we possibly could, just in case, you know, the fight got more intense, if they had to push into us or whatever. And then at this point, or not this point, but pretty soon, you'll see here in a second. I'm just building. I could have gotten sniped there, I'm not gonna lie, I probably should have. Because I decided to be flimsy. But this is where I ran out of metal. So I decided to build up this part, but now I'm using the second strongest thing, brick. Just because when you're building bases, obviously you want to use your strongest material. They had stopped really firing at us at this point. But now, this is where stuff got nice. We had our base up, and it was us and 2 other people. And the ring's on us. The ring is closest to us, you know, but we're like, where are these other 2 people? Because remember, Topster, Spencer, and I are all still alive. As you can see, there is good old Topster. I don't know, I think Topster misclicked here and accidentally shot the ramp or something. So Spencer decided to clear out his shots. So we're clearing up the trees here, and we are doing that, and then they actually come over here and try to take some shots off at us, but we're like, nah, you ain't gonna do it. So they start shooting at us once again, and I try to come down here towards the bottom a little bit, but then the thing bugs out and goes on the place walls, so I took 50 fall damage there. So I'm currently sitting, instead of 200 total health, I'm sitting at 150. I decided to farm up a little bit more of that because I was running low on brick as well. I was down to like my last 200. So I was down to like my last 20 brick builds. So I got a little bit more out of that. And then they shot me out there. But I was able to catch myself there, you know. And then they're at the point where they're getting really close to us pushing. Because they have to, or else they're going to take snort damage. I see this guy launch over, so I decide, you know what, let's just push more onto him. Then he completely disappears. I don't know where he went. I wasn't hearing him walk or run or anything, but he was moving around. Okay, so this dude builds up, and I get the knock there, and then I go for the rocket finish, hits the wall, and so I just lay there. So now it is me, Topster, and Spencer, and one guy left. Topster drops down, so I also start to drop down for the launch pad, because I was going to go try to get some of that loot from the guy. But what happens is Spencer got there, no big deal. But we glide over, now we're trying to search for this other guy. And then this happens, and I died fall damage. Now the ring is shifting more to the left. It's completely out of the area of the houses. But Topster decides he's going to risk it all, or risk his life to try to save mine. And this actually worked out perfectly. He got it just in time. Dropped me the med kit as well because I didn't have the time. So I'm like, I have the tactical. I dropped my AR. I impulse over to the guy, or I impulse over here just where the guy happens to be. Launch some rockets, decide to build up, reload, launch them over there, and then this happens. Remember, I'm sitting at 130, and then we start going at it, and Spencer gets the final shot off of the guy. So we won the very first game mode in the 14 days of Christmas with squads. Big thanks to Topster and Spencer for playing with me. This was a lot of fun to play, and we definitely played it smart, guys. But other than that, I'm going to leave this video here. If you enjoyed, please smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.